So there's these two quotes in the Bible and Proverbs. They both kind of fit with each other. One in Proverbs basically talks about the concept of don't get too distracted because then that'll bring poverty. And then there's another in the book of Matthew, or the Gospel of Matthew, where Jesus says, seek ye first the kingdom and its righteousness, and all these things will be added onto you. All these things meaning like all the things that you need, food, clothes, a place to live. If you seek basically the God's light, if you seek that, if you're called to something and you answer that calling, you work towards that calling, even if it doesn't look like it can clearly make sense in the situation in front of you, even though usually there might be some hints that it can, or there may be sometimes hints that it can, maybe there's not hints that it can, that are obvious to you. Either way, right? If you follow that, work as hard as you can for that, not be distracted, you're gonna get what you need. But when things start to distract you and draw you off course, then like the scarcity, the poverty comes to you. So it's not to say that someone who is, being trustworthy and stuff like that, can't go through a period of hardship or can't go through a massive trial. It's not saying that, but it's just saying that if you follow the calling, right, that's gonna bring what you need, at least day by day. And if you get distracted from the calling, that starts to throw you off, and that actually brings the scarcity that you're afraid of to you. And yeah, there's nuance to it, but the reason I'm bringing it up here is because the economy is really terrible right now. A lot of people are in a really horrible position. And when you find yourself in a really new, terrible position, it's sort of, when you find yourself in a new, terrible position, you can be very lost and things can be very hopeless. And it can also be dangerous, not just because of the position itself, but because you start to consider doing things you normally wouldn't do. And yeah, basically in this time where there's so much distraction, try to put aside any distraction and focus on your calling. And even though it's the hardest thing ever to believe, if you're in a really terrible financial situation, it really is true. Like, those words were written that long ago and remembered because that will actually happen if you follow your calling.